just out doing DoorDash. But I was just pondering on something. If you always you ever hear of those people where it's like, my haters are my motivators, or just people that's always trying to prove themselves to someone, right? And the thing is, it's like, when you're a child of God, that shouldn't even be your mindset no more. Because my thing is, let people talk. Let people talk. Let people hate. Like, at the end of the day, you being a child of God, you don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. Like, the motivation should be love for God. The motivation is vengeance is mine, says the Lord. Now, I'm not saying that, like, I done just reached this thing, like, I overcome all this, but I never try to prove nothing to nobody. I remember I listened to a sermon years ago, and I was like, man, that actually makes sense. It was talking about, like, if you ever, as a child of God, or just as a person in general, if your motivation is, I'm gonna prove the haters wrong, or just doing stuff to be approved by people, or to show just to prove them wrong, or just poop on them in a sense, the thing is, you're gonna be doing that for the rest of your life. And it's like, if that's the case, and then you're a child of God, your motivation is not God. Your motivation is not Christ. You're not led by the Spirit. You're led by, okay, I'm gonna overcome because they said this. It's like, nah, I'm gonna overcome because greater is He who is in me than he who is in the world. Sometimes I just be driving, just be thinking about this stuff like, man, that's a corny mindset to have. Your motivation should be the Lord, not because they said this or they said that. Who cares what people say? Let them think what they think. Let them say what they say. It's just, you respond by just focusing on the Lord, and He got you. Like I said, greater is He that is in you than he who is in the world.